Another beautiful day to you out there. It's another M4S initiative, and today we'll be looking at wellness. If you look at the country, of course, life expectancy has become a major debate in the issue. People are wondering why is it reducing day by day? How do we fix this? And today, like we say, we'll always try to bring something that is new and innovative to the channel. And we'll be looking at a very specific area, which is the area of wellness. How do we get our body to the optimal performance? Is it just about taking drugs and all that, fitness and all that? So today we'll be talking with an expert and a very successful businesswoman for that matter. She's been a big driver when you're talking about wellness in this country. She's an entrepreneur par excellence. She has done great things, has been empowering young women out there, and a multiple award winner with a lot of organizations. I've actually witnessed what she did, by feeding thousands of young people and also empowering them with other aspects of life. But today we'll be specific, we'll be talking about wellness. Please let's welcome Pastor Susan Itemuagbor. You're welcome, madam.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, fantastic. Like I introduced, wellness has become a major issue in Nigeria. People are struggling day by day. You are the expert. What should we be doing as a country and as a people?
Okay, thank you so much. Wellness is a very, very large topic, and we're looking at what we should do so that we can actually improve our health even in Nigeria. One of the things I will narrow down to is our environment. Our environment, keeping our environment clean. That's one. So everyone, all of us collectively, leaders, parents, neighbors, we should all try to keep our environment clean. So that's the collective effort. So it narrowed down to individual effort too. So one of the things we should do individually is to try to see that we get ourselves out there to do some physical activities like exercise. We should exercise, not like rigorous exercise. We're looking at maybe just walking. If you have stairs in your home, you can go on the stair, maybe intentionally do it, because a lot of us say, oh, I exercise, but we don't intentionally do those things. So it is only when you intentionally do things that your mind will set to the fact that, yes, you're doing it. It's not just what we do. So we should try and see that we do a lot of exercise, physical activities, go to the gym. If we cannot get to the gym, we can stay in our homes, we can put on music and we can dance. And that will also keep our body moving too. So apart from all this I have mentioned, one particular area that I encourage people so that we can all live a healthy life and live long, and so that we can extend the life expectancy in Nigeria, we should look at supplementing our diet. We can't go wrong with that. So that's another area that I think that people should look at.
That's quite interesting. Looking at supplement and looking at how to actually use it. A lot of people go, there's all kinds of things in Nigeria out there. There are people in the car park who drink some black substances. They say it gives them energy. But in the long run, we're having liver failure. We're having a lot of medical issues in the country. I don't know if it's properly regulated. I know NAFDAC does a lot of these things, but I know you're an expert. Especially, I had an experience with the one you gave me, and I actually lost a lot of weight. I think I'm qualified to become a model very soon. So please just highlight some of this to us. Yeah.
Okay, so coming to supplementation or buying supplements, we should do our due diligence. Like, we should go out there and look for companies that are really branded for this. We should go online, search for those companies that have good products. So not just going to the back of your house and you pick something and you just take it without even knowing what that contains. So I'll give an example. Everyone knows about aloe vera, and we know the plants, and we know that a lot of people know that aloe vera as a plant is healthy. But how many people know that there are a lot of species of aloe vera gel? I come across people who I talked about aloe vera, and then they just say, oh, I have a plant at the back of my house. Just like you said, somebody will just go out there and pick some things, and then they will just put together and say, I'm drinking it. And before you know it, they start having other complications. So people don't know that there are over 400 species of aloe vera gel, and only one particularly among those 400 species that is really, really good for the body. Some aloe vera plants actually destroy the kidney. And the name of that one is aloe berbedensis. And that's what Forever use. That's what a lot of companies that know what it takes. So we should go out there and research and see what, because when you just go at the back of your house, you have an aloe vera plant, and then you just take it and cut it, because they all look alike. They look alike. You cannot differentiate from what is who is who, or what plant is good, except the plant and the species. So that's one of the things too that we do. People just go to the back of their house and say it without having to research the plant that is good for them. So just with this aloe vera, so you can just go to get an aloe vera plant and drink it, not knowing that that particular species that you're using actually destroy your kidney instead of repairing it.
Interesting. That's a very interesting one. But then look at the current economic situation in the country. A lot of people say, hey, how do we achieve wellness? And a lot of people will say, well, you can actually look at this. You need an expert guide and all that to at least show you the basic things you can. Let's look at, is wellness really for the rich, or is it available for everybody?
Okay, I will ask you this question. Is sickness only for the rich or for everybody? So
question.
can you answer me?
It's
Sickness
a big question.
only for the...
So, I mean, I'm talking about the generality of Nigeria. It's a mentality issue. That's what I'm saying. How do we address it?
People look at it and say, okay, because I don't have the money or whatever, or maybe it's expensive, but it's just like somebody will tell you education is expensive, and you tell them how much is ignorance. So that's what we say to people. You must take care of yourself, because this is the only body that we have to live in. So it should not be that expensive for you to take care. There are things there that you can manage. Maybe you have like a supplement that you can buy. There are still supplements that you can afford. So I think that when we are in a critical position, we spend the money. But when we see things that can help us, we withhold the money. So it's just a mindset thing. It's a mindset thing. And I'm sure that everyone who can go into any restaurant to buy food and eat will be able to afford any supplement to take care of their body. So the answer to that question is yes, wellness is for everybody, because this is the only body we have to live in. Every other thing that we have there, is nothing. So we should try to take care of ourselves. We should intentionally do everything we can to take care of ourselves. Because the people that you're talking about right now, if there's something that is happening now and say, okay, like when I talk to my customers and some of them says, oh, this product is expensive, I'll tell them, okay, if you have an ultimatum right now that, okay, you must do this, you must bring up 500,000, or something is going to happen to you, are you going to bring it out? They'll say, yes, I will bring it out. Or somebody say, okay, if somebody, now everyone wants to go abroad and Japan or this like that. So I tell them, if somebody offers you a passport now and say, okay, you are going to the UK today, you must bring 1 million. Are you going to get it? Say, yes, I would definitely. But if they offer them wellness, they will say no. So it's a mindset thing, and we should get to that point where we look at it as it is part of us, so that we can take care of our body. Because wherever you go or whatever you put on this body, if this body is not feeling well, I tell you, those things cannot even stay on your body. So we should make it a priority to take care of our body, and wellness is for everybody.
That's very incisive. But again, a lot of people say, I eat a lot of pounded yam, I eat amala, I eat this, I eat that. Must we supplement with some other things? And what's your advice on this? For those that believe when they've eaten enough pounded yam, they're okay.
Okay, like I always say, we tell people, because you have to just give the knowledge to people, because a lot of people say I eat. But one thing we must know is that some of the things that we eat right now does not have the same nutrient it had, like in the days of our forefathers, where they use real, fertilizers, natural, they plant plant their product with, something good, and they don't use chemicals to plant their product. So that's one. So a lot of us says we eat that yam that you're using for that pounded yam, that's a fruit that you're eating. Do you know how it was, how it was planted? Do you know the soil that it came out from? So those are the things. I wish every one of us can have like a farm at the back of our home house, and then plant our things ourselves, and then make sure that we go by the rules, and make sure you nurture your plant, you give it the right thing to grow. You don't, you know that the plant, you put the seed there and it grows and there are no chemicals in it. So we'll say, okay, fine. But if you're not in charge of what you eat, if you're not in charge, so you can't just say that it is good. So that's what we say. That's where supplementation comes in. It's like a gap, because we're not sure of what we are eating. A lot of the things that we eat today are plastics. A lot of the things that we put into our body, they are all chemicals. And another thing too, as a woman, I'll tell you, and then another thing, we overcook our food. Most of these things are things that we should take naturally. Like if you have vegetables, you take it, you don't overcook it. You see somebody cooking vegetable soup, and the thing is there, you're cooking it for like 1 hour, 2 hours. And after cooking, what's then? There's nothing there anymore. So those are all the things. So we cannot stop. If you don't cook the soup for the pounded yam very well, it's not going to be sweet. So you're cooking everything and they are all overcooked. And by the time you know it, every nutrient, every mineral, it's all gone. So there's nothing we can do about it. We don't have control over these two things, control over the things, the food that we eat, control over how they are, how they are planted, what's happened to it when they are planting it, and then we don't have control over the cooking the food too. So we do that. So some of these things are why I think why the companies who are in charge of supplement they came up with that aspect that it should help us, because supplements are like food too. They put it in tablet form that can help us bridge that gap so that we can all, have optimal use for our body.
Yeah, but quickly, do you need is there an age level you start using supplement, or you start it from childhood?
Yes, it depends on the company. Like if you have your supplement, there's actually a age limit there. Okay. You can read it. You can look at the medical
leaflets,
guide.
yeah, the guides.
Yes, and say so. With that, you can say that, okay, this is what it is. These are for, because they are all there too. So they'll tell you these are for children. There are also supplements for children. They are like vitamins for children. As you have for adults, they have vitamins for children. Like in my company, we have something we call Forever Kids, and we have another thing called Forever Daily. So the Forever Daily is for everybody, like adults, men and women, and the Forever Kids is for children. So the companies know what they are doing, and they put those things in each blanket, so that bracket, so that you can know what to give to those who are young and to adults.
Interesting. It's really been a great pleasure talking with you. But before I leave you, let me ask you about your empowerment program. Because if you catch one woman, you probably hold the whole family. You've dealt with a lot of younger generation. And so maybe the younger men out there will be marrying lovely wives. If you are not yet married, just target those ones that have been trained so that you can eat the proper supplement. So just tell us about those your initiatives over years.
Oh, okay, the empowerment. Okay, we've actually done a lot of empowerment program, courtesy of Okpokpe Road Race. And we started it by, I think years ago, we started by giving, teaching these women on how to have their own handwork. Like we gave out a lot of makeup kits, makeup bags and all that, train them on how to tie, hair tie, makeup, and those things that at least, even if they don't have a job, they'll be able to get food on the table. We cannot oversay this. It is very important for women to have. I am a very advocate of women having their own money, no matter how rich your husband is. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm very good in that, and I've actually, like, that's what I do in my company. Apart from the fact that, okay, I use my supplement to, I'm very happy when people take my supplement, they look good and they feel good, which is the very first reason why Forever is there. Another reason why Forever is there is that to empower people financially. And women need to be empowered financially. We need to have money. I always say, no matter how rich your husband is, he might not be there all day. He might not be there all the time. So those are the things we'll say. And some of these women too don't even have husbands that can care for them. They are the ones doing everything in their home. So we need to empower them. So I believe strongly and a very, very strong supporter of the women independence, for women to be independent and have their own money, not to struggle with the men, but not to compete with the men, but at least have something
To
that you can
complement.
complement and you can help, because the Bible says that children, that women as wives, we are helpmates to our husbands. You understand? So you can't just be helpmate by just doing the things in the house. There are things that you two should do, some little things of even big things that you can do. So I'm a very big advocate of women having their money, having the money, spend all the money. Not every time you go and meet a man, any man can come and tell you any day and say, leave my house. And what are you going to do? So you need to, back up.
Okay.
You need to be a strong woman. You need to stand on your own feet. That virtuous woman that the Bible recommends, you should be that. And with the support of the men in our lives, and they will help us get there. And we too should do everything that we can to see
Thank you.
that we are.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much, madam. It's a lovely, lovely day, and we've really spoken, and I'm sure we've learned quite a lot from her resume of experience and how she has empowered everybody around her. So we'll be coming back again with a lot of exciting moments to listen to people like this. I call them the masterminds, people who have known, experienced life, and they can pass this on to a generation. Thanks. Have a praise day.